I've been sick for the past couple days. So if you hear me coughing, just ignore it. Semi-okay. Semi-okay, so yeah. So for this week, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment, and turn on our post notifications. Check out our links in the description below for our social media pages. Plus, we are putting together some fun videos for you guys, and we want you to vote on what your favorite moments from our videos are. The link to those will be included in the description, so please check it out. Let me know all the funny things I do and all the funny things Em does. We are now trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. If we hit that, we will be doing a giveaway to 5 people instead of 1. So, now, to stupid statistics. So, Arizona State has more touchdowns in AT&T Stadium than the Cowboys. Yes, you have 6 and Cowboys have 5. Let's talk about that. Arizona State is a college, and they play in Arizona. The Cowboys are in Texas.
We do this a lot around here. We like to point out that the Cowboys suck in their own AT&T Stadium. Welcome along. If this is your first video, I hope you like it. Alex Ovechkin is already back and skating on ice after breaking his leg 7 days ago.
Yeah, so in a previous video, we were like, well, he's only like 30 goals or something away from breaking the record. And then he broke his leg. Well, now he's back skating again. I don't think that's a normal timeline, if I'm being honest.
I mean, there's usually a couple months involved, you know, a cast, surgery, but 17 days? I need to talk to whoever you're seeing, or I want to know how your mental state is doing. And then in the Bears versus the 49ers game, at one point the Bears only had 2 total yards compared to the 49ers with 310 total yards. Let that sink in your head. Total in the first half, and the fewest since the 2000s. No, I said that wrong. Since
No.
Okay. I'll leave you there. There's a funny moment for you.
Well, yeah, no, it was. I was looking. This popped up on my Twitter, and I was like, "There's no way that this is true." Sure enough, I flip over to the broadcast. Yep, it is. The Bears only had 2 total yards, and the 49ers had 310. And so then in total in the first half of the Bears 49ers game, the Bears only had 4 total yards in the first half. In the first half, 4 yards.
Insane. To my fellow Bears fans, how are you feeling today? Just a general question. I'm really concerned for you because your team is not thriving. Anyways, for the first time ever, Bayern's turnover revenue exceeds 1 billion euros.
Yeah.
The club is 75% owned by fans.
So Bayern, the way that we have our club set up is that it's majority owned by fans, so the fans are actually making the decisions compared to other teams where, like, Manchester City, they have, like, Qatar ownership and whatnot, so those are the people making all the choices and decisions for them. So this is the first time ever we've had our turnover revenue reach over 1 billion euros. So that's huge within itself.
We are the second club to hit over €1 billion in revenue turnover. The first club being Real Madrid, but that's not shocking. But it's cool just to see that our club is majority fan-owned compared to, all the other big-name clubs. And here we are making over $1 billion in revenue. So, just a fun little statistic in there.
Honestly, insane to me. I'm stunned. So, Major League Soccer 2024 total attendance was 12.1 million, the second highest in attendance, only behind the Premier League. It beats out the Bundesliga, Serie A, and La Liga.
Yeah. So that should be a shock to anyone regardless, because MLS is the American League. Like, we are doing better than the Bundesliga, Serie A, and La Liga. We should definitely not be doing that, but somehow here we are. That's all because of Messi's influence and coming over and, taking Inter Miami to a totally new level, all the new signings and whatnot. But it's just crazy. Like, you look at this impact, we are second only to the Premier League. The Premier League was the only other league that had, okay, well, that's a lie. So the Bundesliga actually had 12 million flat as an average attendance. And the Premier League was, I believe, 12.7 million. So the fact that MLS is at 12.1 shows that we're moving in the right direction. But my worry is, when Messi leaves, how is that going to impact this? Because while, yes, we are hosting World Cup 2026 and the Club World Cup for 2025, which that stuff just came out this past week, so remind me to touch on that. But it's just, yes, soccer is on the rise, but I think we owe it a lot to Messi for bringing that rise. And, well, not just Messi, but he's probably the lead contributor in this rise. So, just a little thank you, Messi, in here. My goat.
Yes, thank you, Messi. Yeah, that's literally honestly pretty shocking to me. I would have never thought like America's league soccer would beat out like the Bundesliga, Premier League, all that. So up next, this will be a fun little tidbit. We will not be seeing this until next year apparently, but it's in the works. The Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow bought one of the only 10 fully functional and licensed Batmobiles. Did not see this coming. I probably should have, but I didn't see it coming. And
Me
I
neither.
guess we now have a quarterback who is now Batman.
I guess so. Can't wait to see him showing up in the
Good for him.
Batmobile,
They have to play the music. Every time he comes on the field now, they have to play the Batman song.
Yes, that'd be really good.
Now to soccer.
Alright, well, we'll start in Serie A because we were just talking about soccer in America, and you guys know I'm a big Christian Pulisic fan, and Pulisic plays in Serie A. So, AC Milan lose 2-1 to Atalanta. I don't think that this is much of a shock. If you've seen our Champions League videos, you know that Atalanta is one of my teams I would not want to be playing at all. They're playing really good, and now with this win, they are top of Serie A. Or they probably were already top of Serie A, but anyways, that's besides the point. So Christian Pulisic got subbed off with a potential calf injury in the first half of the game, so I'm not thrilled with that, but at least US doesn't need him until March, so he has time to recover, although I would love to see him recover so he can play sooner in the Champions League, but that's just me. And then Juventus tied 2-2 to Bologna. Again, that should be Tim Wyatt and Weston McKennie in there. I did not watch the game, so I can't tell you how they played. But over to the Premier League, Manchester City tied Crystal Palace 2-2, and then the Liverpool game got postponed, so I can't give you an update on that. They were supposed to play Everton. I don't know why it got postponed. I literally only Googled it, and it said postponed. So that's that. And then Chelsea beat Tottenham 4-3. Cole Palmer scored a brace, I believe, and Jadon Sancho scored in the 17th minute to open the scoring of that game. And then Arsenal tied Fulham 1-1, and Manchester United lose to Nottingham Forest 3-2. Not great for Man United. But then we move over to La Liga. Atleti win 4-3 over Sevilla. Barcelona tie Real Betis 2-2, and Real Madrid win 3 for Girona. Finally, we are moving on to the Bundesliga. My team, Bayern Munich. So I was supposed to watch the game this weekend, but it coincided with times for F. So I didn't watch the...
She had to pick and choose, my friends. And this is the last week of F1.
Yeah. So, I didn't watch the game, but I heard Jamal Musiala was our super sub, so I'm happy about that. Unfortunate that Harry Kane is still not playing because of his injury. I'm not 100% sure of what that is. I think it's his leg, something in his leg, ankle, groin, knee. I don't know. Something lower or body. So not only did Musiala score a brace, but Upamecano scored and Leon Goretzka. We had 83% of possession, we had 8 corners, and along with the possession, we had our second most passes ever in a game, apparently, with 991 passes. This is only second to a game where Pep managed, and they had over 1,100 passes. Ooh. I'll take the passing. I'll take the 83% of possession. More goals, maybe? With all those passes? I don't know. And now we are 6 points clear at the top of the table after Eintracht Frankfurt drew against Augsburg. So that's great for us. And then it is a Champions League week again. And with that, we will move over to the NFL.
Welcome back to the NFL scores. I've done this a couple times and that's okay. Okay, so the Lions beat the Packers 34-31. The Steelers beat the Browns 27-14. The Saints beat the Giants 14-11. Dolphins beat the Jets 32-26. Jaguars beat the Titans 10-6. The Vikings beat the Falcons 42-21. The Eagles beat the Panthers 22-16. The Buccaneers beat the Raiders 28-13. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals 30-18. The 49ers beat the Bears 38-13. And the Rams beat the Bills 44-42. The Chargers are playing against the Chiefs tonight, 8:20, so we will be adding those times in later. And the Bengals versus the Cowboys are tomorrow night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah. So, what kept me from recording earlier was the Bills and the Rams game. That was crazy. I can't even begin to explain what all happened. But Josh Allen had like 6 touchdowns. So that's crazy. I think he went off for over 50 fantasy points, which is wild within itself. Okay, so there are a couple teams that have lost that are now no longer in playoff contention. So one of those is the Browns. Another one is the Jets. And the last one are the Titans. So those 3 teams have been eliminated. And in fact, with the Jets, this is their 14th consecutive season missing the playoffs. So, tough luck. I guess they need to get something working better in New York. So if you also haven't picked that up, we also like trashing on the Jets. Because they also suck. But, anyways, the Buccaneers are the only team in the NFC South above 500 right now. Which that's not great. They would be, if I was a wild card, the Bucks are probably the team that I would want to play. But maybe not. If Baker Mayfield comes out and has a stellar game, I would not want to be playing against him, but that's just me. So the Lions have also clinched a playoff berth, and I believe the Chiefs might have as well. 100% sure on the Chiefs, but I saw somewhere on a graphic that the Lions did, so I know that the Lions are good to go. And then Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson is the first player in NFL history with over 7,000 receiving yards in his first couple seasons here in the league, which is crazy because you just don't see players putting up numbers
Insane.
like Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. So I would not be surprised if Jamar is the second player to hit this. And then Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers was 75-0 in his NFL career when his team led by 14 or more points at home. That all changed after last week's loss to the Seahawks, where they were up by more than 14 points. And now he's 75 and fortunate. And then this week, like we said, the Vikings won. They won 42-21 over the Falcons. And Sam Darnold had his first career 5-touchdown game. So shout out to Sam Darnold. He may or may not be my fantasy quarterback. Because CJ Stroud is on a bye this week. But that's that. We'll leave it at that.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, and Josh Allen went off for over 50 points. But here I am with Sam Darnold with like 35.
Look, it didn't help me win yet. Dylan is still beating me.
Yeah, sorry. I should have helped you a little bit sooner. And then 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey is back on IR with a PCL injury from their loss against the Bills last Sunday night in the snow game. So that's unfortunate. It looked like it was non-contact. I'm pretty sure it was a non-contact injury, so that's also not great. But now, not only are the 49ers down one running back, they're also down their second running back because Jordan Mason is also being placed on IR with an ankle injury. And then today, in their game, their third string running back went to the locker room and left with like a foot injury or something like that. So needless to say, the 49ers are hurting right now, and it's not okay. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure like I'm missing other injuries, but those are just some notable ones that I've seen this week.
Just as a collage of everyone with injuries. This season, I swear I could do a whole like board of everyone's injuries.
Oh, you could probably do a board and more.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so to F1, again, like we've been doing a lot lately, it makes it easier for us, and it just makes it easier that you're not watching a whole podcast and watching a whole another 30 minutes of us just talk about F1. So be sure to be on the lookout for our F1 video this week. where again we will be previewing this upcoming, well, not this upcoming race week, but the last race week, and just talking about what's to come in 2025. So yeah, keep a lookout on that. Now to radar points. So since I'm going to be talking for a little bit, I guess. So my 2 games, because I had like 2 games, because I think they're both going to be pretty interesting. So again, as I'm always saying, if the Lions are involved, I'm going to mention them. The Lions versus the Bills, I think that will be a really interesting game to watch, because I kind of want the Bills to win because, Josh Allen, but also I'm really rooting for the Lions, so I'm going to have a bunch of mixed feelings about this game. And then just again for another game, just the Steelers have been doing pretty good and the Eagles have been doing really good, so just I want to see if they go head to head who's going to win. I don't go deep into this stuff.
I will personally be rooting for the Steelers against the Eagles. And that is the Battle of PA. But that's besides the point. My games for this week, like I mentioned, it's a Champions League week. So I have Dortmund and Barcelona. I think it will be interesting because Barcelona already played Bayern. Bayern is at the top of the league right now. But they kind of thrashed us. So I want to see if they can thrash Dortmund too, so all the Dortmund fans can shut up and stop saying that Bayern's trash, because if your team loses worse than what we did, are Bayern really that bad? Are they really that bad? So I will be watching that, and I will be hoping that Barcelona thrash Dortmund, and it will be like 9-2. But anyways. And then my other game is in the Premier League, and it will be Manchester City versus Manchester United. The Manchester Derby, how could I forget? So, you kind of just always gotta watch that, but they're both kind of dip in form, so it might just be a boring game, and it could end up being tie 1-1. In which case, if that ends up happening, I'm sorry that I recommended the game for you guys to watch, because that's just unfortunate. But if there's another interesting game, feel free to let us know down in the comments. So, yeah. Alright. So, like I said earlier in the episode, where I said you should keep watching to find out why, here is this moment. So, we are working on a special little thing for you guys with the holidays and everything. So, we need you to vote for your favorite moments from the podcast. This can be me making fun of Julie. This can be any moment that happens in our videos. Julie forgetting how to say something. I don't know. But we want you guys to vote because we are making a video on it. And we need you guys to vote so we can put the video together for you guys. So, that will be included in the link in the description. Oh my gosh. In the link in the description. It will be in there. So, make sure you fill that out so we can put that video together for you guys. But don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you think that the Lions are a lock to make it to the Super Bowl, because I personally do. I don't think that there are a lot of teams that would beat the Lions. And comment down below what you think of the current NFL playoff picture. I know there are some teams in the hunt. There are some teams that are already locked in, like the Lions. And there are some teams that could possibly make it, but could possibly just lose the rest of the season. So let us know what you think of the current playoff picture. And then we do have some links in the description below for you guys to go to our other social media pages, like our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or TikTok. And we are trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, guys. It's coming up. We want to do 500 so we can give 5 of you, not 1, 5 of you, a giveaway. But that's only if we hit it by the end of the year. We want to hit 500 by the end of the year, guys. Make it happen. I know you can make it happen. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode.
Hope you liked
Wow, I
it.
didn't really let you talk that much.